advance any closer. Getting back to the crux of the matter. Backrix, you said the journal ends right where you left off, yes? That it's nothing but blank pages from that point on? Oh. Do you hear that, everyone? The quick things would have us believe otherwise. The future from here onward, that is to still be written. And I'll be damned if we won't be the ones to write it.
What about the cat?
What about the cat? So
Where did the cat go?
So far, it would have been better if the cat wrote the rest to fuck up quick things, but we still don't have a conclusion to the cat. Future book is gone, but no matter. All knowings of true times are safe up here, in Quickthinks' brain case. Quickthinks, his chosen one, mender of history, truth is unchanging. True times chose Quickthinks to do their bidding. True times sent Shanoa into past, delivered to Quickthinks knowings of future. True times live inside, guiding all of Quickthinks' doing. Every tongue flap, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quickthinks brings world closer and closer to perfection. Guides Illuminati to rightful place as rulers of New World Order. True times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Quickthinks needs no future book, no Gobi girl. Quickthinks needs nothing, and no one but oneself. Own self. Future has chosen, and future chooses Quickthinks. Yes, even now, power granted by true times wells from Quickthinks' fingertips. Power beyond understanding of Uplander's feeble brain cases. Alexander, Overwatcher of true times, deliver divine judgment on ignorant Uplanders, and crush them out of existence for all times.
Wait, so can he actually operate it, or is it because they transferred it?
That'll be the biggest Trigger racing scandal of all time. Ah!
Oh my god.
Alright, Weeks.
I can't see.
So, the only reason Quickthinks was able to predict the future was because he stumbled onto Backrix's Watcher book 3 years ago. That's not nearly as impressive as being some kind of chosen one, to say the least. Kata, you have a fan. You should explain yourself. Oh. All of those uncanny predictions and impeccably timed actions, it was all just a sham. But without his precious book to guide him, it looks like the game is finally up. Backrix.
Wait, hold on. Yo, what's your mercy? Ah.
Backrix is easy breathing. It's easy breathing to know Round Rocks is safe. Biggs keeps Round Rock's treasure safe. There's nothing new. Biggs. Kata, he really wants your attention. Let me see if I've got this right. 3 years ago, the Quickthinks of back then found the journal that the Backrix of now dropped, which was only possible because we traveled back into the past, what with time being a circle and all that. So, he had to look inside, and not knowing the truth of the matter, it got into his head that he had some sort of prophet chosen to set history straight, and that Shanoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future sent to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question remains, why did that bloody cat start all this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting in motion this ridiculously convoluted series of events? Another answer found, another question raised. Airlight? Please let that be the end. I thought that was it. Oh my god. Biggs, Judgment. Oh, there's one more?
I mean, we need all the music, right?
Biggs steels himself for what may well be your final confrontation with the Illuminati. Alright, Light. This is it. We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our only chance is to get back to that central control room. We also know that there's only one way in, and that Quick Thinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Now, we can be pretty sure he can't see the future. Not anymore. At least, and without Round Rocks to read the codex for him, he won't be turning back time on us either. But he's still a power-mad maniac, with some of the deadliest machina in the realm at his disposal. And after losing that book of his, I'd wager his trigger fingers feeling pretty bleeding itchy. Aye. We'd best be ready for a battle and a half. Muscle against metal, man against machine. Gods. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Mayhap all three. And here comes the chief now. It's time to move on, to move out. Oh my god. It's not a raid? We're just doing it? Let's go. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Time moves on. Imperfect past giving way to perfect future. Worthy or unworthy of place in newfound order, new world order. Alexander will judge. Oh my god. Are we going back in time? Ashian? Wait. Oh, Alexander will judge. Right. Okay, yeah. It's Alexander. It's a primal. Yes.
Looks smaller now.
It is smaller. All is as Quick Thinks foresees. Truth, hammer of Alexander, falls on Uplanders. Ignorant and unworthy are not welcome in Illuminati future. Here, Uplanders meet their end times.
Is it the vision that he's having?
Or maybe.
Because we're not there yet.
True.
Or are we?
What? Freeze time field is deactivated. No matter. Uplanders will be reduced to smolder dust. Fire! Split, puppy, split!
I really just didn't dodge. Which is fairly accurate for my playstyle.
I was about to say. Seven hells. Now that was a bit too close for comfort. Is everyone alright? A colossus inside the colossus. Look, I don't know what that thing was, but I'm pretty damn sure I know where it went, or more accurately, when. If I'm not mistaken, what we're looking at is a localized distortion of time.
What does that even mean?
The only question is, when our metal friend will reappear. But not to wait, lest it catch us unawares. Light, I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing. We'll secure a path to the central control while you do. Good luck. Are we gonna solo it?
I guess so.
No, the soul of the creator is not available. Okay. We're just gonna teleport outside, apparently.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah. Oh, I know we're here. Okay.
It's still weird.
Alright, Sid. I'm quite certain we just witnessed another manipulation of time, but by whom? With Round Rocks gone, Mida, and the Enigma Codex rendered useless, it can't very well be the Illuminati. Could Alexander have a will of his own? At any rate, we stand ilms from the core, the very heart of a primal. Whatever the true nature of the entity that awaits you in there, you can be sure it'll be like no foe you've faced before. Godspeed, Light. Thanks.
So Kata wants to be.
Talk about a narrow escape. If I'd been standing so much as a yard to the left, I'd be a pair of smoking boots by now. Anyway, we had better get on with securing the area, so that Ishola can bring up the rear with Round Rocks. We didn't want to drag that poor child back here, but she's the only one who can access the controls. Thanks. So, that whirling void is some sort of ripple in time. I can't say I like the sound of that. You take care in there, Light.
Yeah, we're just gonna send you there. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Duty Finder. Soul of the Creator. As the crystalline heart of the primal swells ever greater, its thirst for power unquenchable, your only hope lies in calling upon the knowledge of the Enigma Codex to cut off the flow of ether to the Colossus's core. So, it is that you and your companions must make a final brave foray into the belly of the great steel beast. Yet, your path will not be an easy one, for the Illuminati mastermind Quickthinks has promised that your next journey to the core will be your last. Who will be judged worthy of inheriting the future, and who will be cast aside as a forgotten afterthought to history. Your final confrontation with the Illuminati is at hand.
Yeah, they did say it's final, so there's that.
Yeah. Join. Soccer. Okay. Gonna throw hands with a robot. Let's go.
Yep, there you go.
Timey-wimey magic. Exactly.
Stretch. Don't forget to stretch.
Soccer. We're missing one of our healers. Okay, we're good.
Where are his legs?
Doesn't have any legs. So there's
Why?
no other Lalas.
I thought the whole point of the fortress was that it was supposed to be moving, but it has no legs.
You can move without legs.
It doesn't look very mobile. Mega Holy? What does that do?
It's mega holy.
It was Mega. I will give you that.
It's punishing heat.
Punishing Heat. Sacrament?
Move out of the way.
Oh, it's in 4 directions. That's Mega Holy again. Oh, this one hurt. Why this one hurt and not the previous one? I have something on me. Okay. It's done.
Kill the ads.
Okay, there's more.
So many ads.
Oh, hello there.
It's big.
He is big.
Big.
Alexander Prime!
God, someone has like a
Someone is singing in the chat.
3, 2, 1.
Hide!
That was a tank limit break.
Hello there. There's
Back.
wings now.
Ah!
Nice beat. Green markers out. Someone said. Cut. Ow! I couldn't dodge that. Okay, holy. That almost killed me. That's always nice. Well, that's good. It's the healers again.
Yeah, the healers keep themselves alive.
Did you see? He has a cloak on the back.
He does have a cloak.
Where are we exactly?
We're in a fragment of time and space.
Why is there a blue sky?
Okay. Slowly coming back.
DPS in bubbles. Well, we'll make it. Charging again. That's
Something Insta killed everyone.
I feel like I need to learn the mechanics.
I mean, the only thing that fucked us was the fact that we didn't know that certain people had to not be together. It's fine.
Yeah, like, what do I do with this? What do I do with the holy? Do I just
What?
take
Nothing.
it?
No. That's just you just stand there. You get healed up. It's an AoE.
Because this one I have to dodge.
Yeah, this one you split. Now we do the ads. This ad phase takes so fucking long. This is the worst part.
Yeah, for no reason, really.
Hello, Dreamertos. Hello. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Primal.
Jamming too much this time.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, it's so bright.
Thanks for the shirt. So if you have green, you move out. Otherwise, we stack. I have green, I move out.
I'm stuck on mats.
Sacrament split. Much better. Mega Holy. Key. I'm green, so I run away.
Oh, I am also green. Ah. Well, I messed up.
That's okay. You were far enough away. Now split.
Somehow maybe. Alright. In the chat or
Your reaction.
what? Which reaction?
I'm okay. I know what this is. Alright, DBS
Oh yeah,
and
it's a
bubbles.
bubble. It's one more bubble. One of them survived.
I'm all alone here fighting the thingy. Why am I all alone?
I don't know, cause I'm not there.
I can roll this.
Oh.
We can help each other. Let us back. Let us back in. Nice. Gravitational anomaly. Split!
Split!
Stay away
Where?
from me. The holy.
And I'm dead. Mr. Prime.
The holy. People are being targeted by stuff. Stay away from me. Okay. Oh, the tanks died. Ah,
This is good.
no. Get a tank up, please. Oh, LV3, let's go.
Can we do it?
I think that was so
Oh,
cool.
it was healer. I think it was a healer.
Yeah, so it was so cool. It was so
Oh boy, that was close.
I thought I saw Soko jump in the air, but it could have been Kato. Good job.
We've got some good healing today.
Ha, ha, ha.
What's this? Toy Alexander.
Hero, we finally did it. We finished.
We did.
Let's leave. Let's leave the duty. Okay, beat the primal. What's next? Well, you know who saved us? The cat saved us.
Yes. So I was gonna say, how do we know that we appeared in the same timeline?
You do not disappoint, old friend. The path to the control room is clear. Everyone, follow me. No, there's no other timelines. It's one. It's one.
Yeah, but how do we know that we're not being sent to the past or future?
It's your line.
The flow of ether to the core must be stopped. Pray lend us your strength one more time, child.
When Quick Thinks winds back time, doings of Uplanders will be undone. History will be rewritten, and Illuminati will rule over New World Order. Bah, if you think you can take round rocks from us, you're welcome to try. Foolish Uplanders. Knowings of the Enigma Codex are not known to just one.
Does the cat know?
What in the... The damn thing's responding to him. Uplanders are slow-seeing. Quick Thinks never needed Gobby Girl from the beginning.
When the final core is activated and Alexander fully awakens, its power will be such that it could entirely consume any who sought to control it. You were too craven to risk your own life, until you had no choice. It's a gunplay.
Treasure Hunter? But Treasure Hunter is too slow coming. Future has chosen.
You poor deluded fool. You never did work it out, did you? The future doesn't choose us. We choose the future.
Now, child.
So the knowledge in the Enigma Codex allowed you to disable the core.
Power stores are depleting rapidly. Without a steady supply of ether, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing grinds to a halt and fades away.
Roundrocks is glad to see Treasure Hunter safe. But how is Treasure Hunter sneaky hiding from Illuminati? I don't know. There was a great shaking, and I was thrown from my feet into some dark, cramped place. I must have lost consciousness because I don't remember anything until a few moments ago.
Huh. Sounds to me like you had a nice nap in a rubbish chute. But what matters is you're safe. And with that, I think we can declare this operation a success.
It was not the first time. I mean, maybe not the first. Was it one of very few instances that they actually show like someone being killed?
They show someone being killed.
Yeah, like directly. They show her shooting him. They
Did
don't pan away. They just straight up she killed him.
they show you Sail dying?
No, she blew up, but like, you know, she blew up in a cloud of ether. So like.
I mean, Harshafon.
Ah, chiffon, yeah.
Yeah. Harshifon was the first time they showed blood as well. Here they didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harshifon was the first one.
Mm. Do we talk to the cat?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wigs.
Worth it.
The chief says the advanced calculating device inside the Colossus, Alexander's brain, if you will, is still running on auxiliary power. See that device glowing red over there? There are ones just like that installed all over the place. In that sense, I suppose it's like the entire Colossus is one giant brain. If Alexander put its full mind to something, why, I bet it could conceive of things beyond our mortal comprehension.
Interesting.
Thanks. Poor Mid there, eh? The lass truly believed that her beloved was alive somewhere inside that steel beast. Can't imagine how she's feeling now. Okay. Roundrocks?
Roundrocks is so happy that Mida is safe. Roundrocks has so many treasures to show Mida back at shortstop. I truly remember nothing. It was as if I was floating in a vast dark emptiness. And yet, I was not afraid. For it was as if a great presence surrounded me in every direction was watching over me, its eyes gentle. It was actually him. He turned into ether, and actually he's an Ashen.
What? Wait, so she said that basically when we were on the elevator and when she stepped off, she just fell into darkness as soon as she stepped off?
Yeah, she went back out.
Sid.
Suspicious, isn't it?
No, it's unappealing? No. Unappetizing? It's what's the word? What's the word? It's what's the word? It isn't satisfying, that's it. It's not satisfying. Quick Things had a few tricks up his sleeve right to the end, eh? With Roundrocks, we saw the Codex grant its knowledge to a child with a pure, innocent belief in its ideals. Seeing Quick Things do the same, it would seem that Crave's obsession is a suitable substitute. Not that it availed him much in the end. So more than anything, it's like pure anything, basically.
I feel the presence of the horn beneath us. It and the core have become as one, forming an instrument of unbridled destruction. If we do not stop the core now, it will soon grow beyond the ability of anyone to contain. It is little wonder our foe was loath to reach out to it with his own hand.
Do we escape? Can we sit?
There's an exit.
I can't sit on the chair.
Ah, that's a shame. It's small too.
It is small. Okay, I guess there's nothing else here. Let's get out of here. Ugh. How does this story end?
It would seem our work here is done. Let us take our leave.
Oh my god.
It was a machine all along.
Damn it all. Didn't we kill that bastard? Negative. Quick Thinks better built own body. Made stronger than ordinary gobby. Quick Thinks is not unmade by simple flesh wound. A better built? Seven hells, that's not a mask. It's his face. He's more machina than goblin.
Music!
Just shoot him again. Oh, Alexander, Lord of Steel and Whirly Cogs, outspread wings of time, let ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment. Shoot him.
Yeah, wouldn't they just stop him? The Codex responds. He means to return to the past. Panic.
Shoot him. Access denied? What means this?
This red glow. Alexander is refusing to obey his commands.
Alexander, junk brain machine. Quickthink's chosen one. Tongue flaps of Quickthinks must be obeyed. Ah.
That's totally fine, actually.
It would seem Alexander has achieved what a simple flesh wound could not. Quickthink's permanent deactivation. Quite how and why is less clear. If I didn't know better, I would say the machine had a mind of its own.
Pick up the cat.
Looking up.
Diane? My love, could it truly be you? You were in there all this time, weren't you? Watching over me, keeping me safe.
Did it just blink? Twice? Bugger me, the machine's actually talking to her. So, his soul really was in the primal all this time. Chief, is that even possible?
The core, without the codex to bridle its power, it rages out of control. It drinks in ether like no primal I've ever known. We must stop it now, lest yours be bled dry. Finally, I see. This is why you summoned me to this place. Isn't it, my love?
She's gonna blow herself up.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was gonna happen, to be honest. I thank you for guiding me here, Melika. And Drownrocks, know that I shall always treasure the time we shared. Farewell, my friends. Mide, no! Mide must not go!
She's like Emperor Palpatine at the end of Star Wars.
But what is Harry throwing herself into it gonna do?
Look, she's blowing herself up. This is fine. Whatever.
My friends, leave this place. Now! Fear not. Alexander will trouble you no longer. The cat?
What about the cat? Explain.
My love, what is this place?
How best to put it? We stand inside a mathematical simulation, calculated and projected by the device at the heart of the Colossus. One might equally say it is the dream that Alexander dreams.
And what of our companions? Are they...
Their fate was not mine to change, Mide. All that came to pass did so for a reason. History is as it was, as it should be, free of the paradoxes that spelled its undoing. From this place, unfettered by the mortal construct of time, Alexander looks out upon past, present, and future, seeing infinite possibilities. I see what it sees, and feel what it feels. This perfect machine, born from yearnings for an ideal world. Oh, if you could see the worlds we have seen, a world in which the Illuminati rule history with an iron fist, every nation brought under their yoke. A world in which Alexander spread wide the wings of time and swept the lesser moon from the heavens, averting the calamity. Alexander dreamed all the realities imaginable, all the realities mathematically computable, and in the end reached a single logical conclusion. It would change nothing and erase itself from existence.
But why?
Alexander possesses the power to travel through time and space, and reshape history for the better. But such power comes at great cost. The sheer quantity of ether consumed in the process means that Alexander itself would, mayhap not immediately, but inevitably, bring ruin to this world. This perfect machine, this supreme manifestation of logic and science, deemed its own existence a threat. And so, it chose to do nothing. To leave history untouched, and the future in the hands of man, with all his imperfections. Such was Alexander's divine judgment. A time will come when the fate of this world is placed in the hands of one warrior. For reasons hidden to me, the future that from that day forth remains shrouded in mystery, beyond even the Colossus's ability to calculate. And yet, Alexander chose to believe that in that man and the light within him.
I met that woman, my love. I believe in her too.
There was but a single time Alexander was spurred to action, not to change history, but to preserve it. The summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had potentially disastrous consequences for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures separated by nary a thread. Were the wings of time to fall into the hands of the Illuminati, the repercussions would be dire indeed. History would be rewritten over and over again, each time bleeding the land of ether, and in the end, the Colossus would usher in another calamity. To prevent this tragedy, to preserve the circle of time as it had already been set in motion, Alexander sent forth a humble servant to do its bidding. The cat.
That's an interesting servant.
A clockwork coeurl, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back onto its proper path. now but one task remains. Having become one with the horn, the core is well nigh indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry. And so we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away, far from the reach of man. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant that will repeat in perpetuity for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and us with it.
Don't you see, my love? We are already there. In coming here, to you, I have closed the circle of time. I am all but certain of it. When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said that it had the power to grant any wish. And so, as I took it in hand, I prayed and prayed with every ounce of my will for the one true desire in my heart. To be with you, forever.
I don't think that's what anyone had in mind.
I don't think she would think about that as a child.
I don't think she'd be content with this.
This was a weird ending.
This is weird.
Yeah,
Need more rest. Good night, Soko. Good night.
Good night, Soko. But yeah, besides, for what we know about primates are in our imagination essentially that's taken form. So how is Alexander dreaming? And
well,
there are so many questions.
It's imagination taken form, but once it takes form, it is its own entity. It is its own sentient being, right?
Okay.
Yes. It's fine. So probably the biggest issue with this, one, apparently, obviously the lover was sucked into the primal. Apparently, when we went back in time, apparently that did happen, which means he was only looking over her, from the moments that the primal showed up like a couple of days ago, or even this very day. I don't know how long it's been in Erosian time since the start of this quest line. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I think it's weird that they made her have a connection with Round Rocks, but in the end she decided that she had nothing left to live for. That was weird. I think that was weird.
Yeah. I feel like that was kind of the arc where she was like finding that she has like a different purpose.
Yeah,
like you can find new purpose.
Yeah, that was the point. Because from the very beginning, she was basically going to kill herself, and we already knew that. But the point of the story was that she found someone that she could connect with, and form a bond with, and that's supposed to change that outcome to the point where she has a reason to stick around. But then she left anyway. That's weird.
It kind of makes sense because like she has to go to stop it and stuff, but then the ending makes it worse because it's like, oh yeah, she was doing all of it to be with him. Like,
yeah,
weird.
Odd.
Alright,
thanks.
It's like I'm starting to think that Final Fantasy can really do endings.
I mean, they've had nice endings.
And then they mess up endings.
They've had like the Grahatia ending was fine. I think we both agree with that.
Sure.
Yeah, that was fine. This one not so much. Look at this light. It's as if everything inside the barrier is frozen in time. I'll have to ask Chief what he makes of this.
No, so it's just gonna stay because it's frozen.
Well, they changed it.
Okay.
Look. It's now like the proper primal. It's like all golden and stuff.
Oh, but
Yeah.
that's what they know.
Yeah, like
Was it
visually.
before?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like this before.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Thanks. Roundrocks is back in Idleshire with the chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for me there, that is. The poor lass always had a flair for the dramatic, but to think she'd throw herself into the core. It's odd though. Could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would trouble us no more or something of the sort. And for what it's worth, it has been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. And that's not the half of it. Take a closer look inside the barrier light. It's like time is standing still. Bugged if I know what it all means, but I'd like to believe Mida and her love somehow sealed away the core for us. Softens the blow a bit, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, Biggs. Oh my god, there's so many songs.
Hold on. We're just saying, just what do you think is happening inside the barrier? Perhaps I'll head down and take a closer... Second thought, maybe not.
Biggs has been reflecting on your final confrontation. Phew. Still not sure how we managed it, but I'm just happy to be out of that godforsaken place in one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to me there. Hold on a moment. Wait, she's what? Aye, Chief, leave it to us.
Is there a copy of me that appeared?
Bloody hell's light. Roundrocks has gone missing. I've been worried sick about the poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running engine? I'll wager she's run off somewhere. The two of them used to frequent together. Wiggs and I will have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarter? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself into any more trouble.
Oh boy.
Let's go. Oh.
Don't jump!
Oh, jump.
Good. Oh, it is Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Roundrocks is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Roundrocks just wants to go to quiet place and do some backthinking. Running out of giant of Whirlycocks, Roundrocks feels something rattling in pocket. So Roundrocks reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Roundrocks' favorite treasure. But it is dark. Even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow for Roundrocks. Not anymore.
There you are, child. We were worried sick about you. What's that light? Is Autumnis? The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were I to guess, I would hazard that it's because this experience has served to open her eyes. The Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off any who harbored even a sliver of doubt as to the merits of the ideals it espoused. Quick thinks, Mida in her youth, Roundrocks. Though their reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, childish innocence, none thought to question the words within, and so the Codex opened itself to them. But now, Roundrocks has seen with her own eyes what blind devotion to ideals can bring.
And she is not the naive child she was before.
Aye, it's all well and good to dream of building something perfect, but sooner or later you have to stop dreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand, with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In so doing, you are forced to confront your own failings and deal with your frustrations at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Hells, There may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again. More often than not, you'll emerge from it all with something you can hold on to and carry with you into the future. And that will do a damn sight more for you than any starry-eyed ideal.
Roundrox understands. Roundrox will collect more and more junk, build city of great treasures, with own hands. Roundrox has just one wish. Not a glowing glowstone, is piece of Mide's dream. Roundrox would give it back to Mide. A noble wish, child. Would that we could grant it. But I fear the steel giant, and all that lies within that barrier, is far beyond the reach of mortal hands.
Frozen in a single moment until the end of time. It's a fate I'd not wish on anyone. That's what we mean.
Yeah.
My god. Well, look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I'm reminded of the apparent ease with which this little Coeurl seemed to slip in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I'd send her in with Roundrox's glowstone without a moment's hesitation.
Yeah, yeah. Two views? Might that suggest a willingness to try? Meow! Meow! Too excited. So does that mean they actively live in there?
Yep.
So it's not that bad actually if they actually lived in there and aren't frozen in stone.
Well, they're living in there, but they can't eat anything. They can't do anything. They're just stuck in darkness.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah. Giving a stone to a cat in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now, I think we've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place?
Mayhap one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, might may even say their fate is in our hands. Leave the Roundrox. Roundrox works hard, builds sparkly shining future for Mide. As shall we, child. And with that, Mielika, we must take our leave. For all you have done to stave off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude.
I contacted Biggs and Wiggs to let them know that they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Roundrox is safe. There was also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. They say they'd been waiting for you back at the shortstop. Hello, Sando.
If you will be returning to the shortstop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume to Bactrix, and tell him I believe it is it is that which he seeks. Till next we meet, Mielika.
No, we haven't, Sando. We're committed to this one fucking quest line that has taken over 6 hours. What the hell?
It has been over. It's 6.5. Holy.
6.5 hours just this playthrough, by the way. We started it last session. Last session we started the quest line.
This may be our longest stream ever.
Alright, Wiggs.
Yeah.
Here we are then, at the end of yet another harrowing journey, and still with all our important bits to boot. Wait, my favorite wrench. Oh dear, I hope it isn't lost in time and space somewhere.
Oh no, Wicks, what are you gonna do?
Could have driven to Sydney and back to get Coca-Cola. Ah. Biggs. Thank goodness Round Rocks is safe. With all the Illuminati stragglers running about, I feared the worst. The girl could at least have the courtesy to tell someone before she goes wandering off like that.
I mean, she shouldn't be here in the first place, so that's what we expected. Roundrocks is sorry for making troubles. Roundrocks will be good, Gobby. Play here with Beatty Bobs.
Backricks. Now, Roundrocks is safe at shortstop, and Backricks is easy breathing. Uplanders have thanks of Backricks. Uplanders being present for Backricks? There you go. This is Shalian Legend Book from Ishtola. Backricks has waited for Legend Book for a long time. Backricks has been reading about many things. About Enigma Codex and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobbyflock from Giant of Whirlycogs, thinks Backricks. Now, Giant of Whirlycogs sleeps, and Gobbyflock is safe. But still, Backricks would fill Braincase with knowings, fill pages of Watcher Book with data. Let Backricks see. Yes. It's just as Backricks' eyes playing tricks on him? Oi, are you feeling alright there? You look like you've seen a ghost. The page tells fairy legend of Hotgo tribe. Uplanders of blue hair many years ago in old times. 2 children, boy and girl, outstep from belly of great steel giant. 2 children grow to man and woman, becoming father and mother of great people of Hotgo. Names of 2 are Diane and Mide. Look at handwriting. Even faces are same. Hold on. I was gonna make a joke. Hold on. I was gonna make a stupid joke earlier about going back to the future to sleep with your own mother or something, because that's what happens in Back to the Future. So, does this mean that Diane and Mide are their own ancestors? Is that what this means?
Do you think?
Is this means that they are their own great grandparents?
Hold on. Do you think their grandparents are them from a different timeline? Because as we know, there are different timelines. It's just that they chose to be a single one.
No, there are different possibilities, but there's only one real timeline. It's different possibilities. This is telling me that they started their own people.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Even faces are same looking. He gads. If that's our Mide and Diane, why, that means that one day they'll be freed from their fate, reborn far in the past. So, after searching for near an eternity, they finally found the perfect world they were searching for. It may be just a fairy tale, but I, for one, would like to believe it. Do you want to believe it? Do you want to believe it, Biggs? Think about it for a moment, Biggs. Think about it. Think about what that means, Biggs. God. Are you sure it's not just 5 a.m. No, this is real. Oh my god.
I look after dragons that apparently also enjoy incest. Like everyone's
incest. Everyone's incest. That's what we're learning in Final Fantasy. Everyone's incest. And fairy legend goes on. 2 children step out of steel giant holding small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on the ground, but hold stone in hand, and shiny lights.
Glowstone, brown jokes.
Exactly! Exclamation mark pull out in the chat. Ah. Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragments you gave to that Coearl a few moments ago now features in a legend from ages past. That can't be possible, can it?
My brain hurts.
At this point, I'm about ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me.
Same Biggs.
There was something I want to ask you, Light. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our asses fried by that Colossus inside a Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then. A feeling that chilled me to the bone. As if something terrible had happened that I couldn't for the life of me remember. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when you were going in and out of time? Do you have any idea what happened to us while QuickThinks was spinning the hands of the clock?
What do we say? I don't actually know.
Wait, what are they talking about? Are they talking about when they went back in time? Or
I'm
are they
not
talking?
sure.
Or are
That's
they?
my point.
I thought they were talking about that time when time froze and they had to jump out of the way. I guess not. Just say we do.
Maybe?
Just say we do know. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we don't know, but
Say
maybe
I
that
do.
could- yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I do. Yeah. You're afraid you do? Well, that's not ominous in the least. On second thought, how about you don't tell us? Thank you very much. You get
Good,
no
because I
arguments from
don't
me.
know.
There are some secrets better left secret. And from the look on Light's face, I reckon this is one of them.
Why am I so happy about it then?
Anyway, it seemed this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, but now that QuickThinks is out of the picture, I've got high hopes that Roundrocks and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse.
Nice.
Speaking of work, better get back to it before Chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure, Light. Till next time. I just saw what Vortex said in the chat, and I'm the degenerate for looking for cat girls at the internet, and you play an incestuous game.
Hey, Light.
Uh-huh.
I cannot complete this quest because I have no more inventory space to accept all of these items.
No.
Remember how we were in Idyllshire so I could clean my inventory?
So I was about to say a couple of things, as you should go clear your inventory. Go clear.
Okay.
Kura's stuck in her own time loop now. Kata, why is everyone in Final Fantasy like each other's grandparents? Like, what's happening here? Kata, why is everyone incestuous?
Kata.
why,
help.
why is everyone banging each other, Kata? Oh god. But so what I was gonna say when they got stuck in the time loop is I didn't like how similar it was. Everyone, it's one case. It's not one case. The dragons
What
are
about the
incestuous.
dragons?
The dragons are all incestuous. What are you talking about, Kata? God damn it. And Ishgard as well. And Ishgard with their own houses, where they intermingle with each other. Okay, there's been a lot.
Oh yeah, that's true because if you remember, all the houses are coming from
Yeah.
the same group of people,
Yeah,
right?
they are. Kata. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot. Heaven's Ward is the expansion of incest. That's what this is. Okay, that's actually. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I didn't like how similar this was. The ending was to the Crystal Tower. Before we just got this little bit of information at the end. I didn't like that. If you remember, what happened at the end of the Crystal Tower was Grahatia was like, okay, I've basically got the future of my people here in the tower, and I have to preserve like the people and everything here for as long as I can until the time is right to come out, right? Because he's basically got a bunch of people in stasis. His generation, his DNA, all that stuff. So he decides to lock himself up and freeze himself, basically, and go into cryostasis until a future time. And then they kind of do the same thing here, where it's like, where they start talking about how, oh, they're trapped in time, but maybe they'll come back, you know, when the time is right. And it's like, it felt reused to me. Obviously, we now find out that they are 100% not coming back, because when they do come back, they're going to go back in time and bang their own grandparents, or become their own grandparents. So we know that very quickly that's not the case, but that's where it was kind of like, it was really similar, and it felt reused. It felt reused. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree.
And also, we talked about it. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that I ended it. Basically, again, it changes with the very end here. But essentially, they were going to be they were okay being stuck in limbo forever together. When it almost also feels like it wasn't necessary for her to jump in. If like she didn't do anything special, right? I thought that she was going to go in because she has sealing magic, and maybe really special sealing magic, and she was going to use that to cause what happened. But they didn't even do that. She just jumped in, and then bam, it's like, oh yeah, we're just here together, and you know, it's done. You know, we've stopped time, which shows that she wasn't even really instrumental in that happening, which means it's possible that she didn't have to do that, and it could have been done in a different way, or just done without her. So I just feel bad for Roundrocks. Feel bad for her.
Yeah, because I mean, it's still a child, right?
Yeah.
Like she's went through all of this trauma.
She literally went through a bunch of trauma. She got her mind fucked in a torture chair. You know, she made a best friend and then lost the best friend. Like,
yeah, it was the first best friend that she made, because if you remember, nobody appreciated what she did.
Yeah, literally no one else appreciated her. Like, now she lost her, and they even like put the nail in the coffin with that, saying she lost her innocence. She's saying that now she's fucked. Like, she's like, sure, they're trying to play it off like, oh, she grew as a person, you know, she's you know, it's the trials and tribulations of life. But at the same time, they also just said, yeah, now she's, you know, jaded, basically, more jaded than she once was, and that wasn't necessary, you know, like.
Yeah.
But if she didn't do that, then they wouldn't exist, and they didn't exist, then nobody would exist. Well, they didn't have to make it that she was her own grandparent. They chose to make that story choice. That wasn't necessary. They didn't have to do that. Shaking my head. Shaking my head. But that's the game. No, like I'm talking about the story, the way that the story was written, as in the story writers made the choice to write the game in that way, and I'm critiquing their decisions of storytelling and story writing, basically. Shaking my head, shaking. How you doing?
I'm buying so much gear.
Yeah, buy all the gear, all the fucking gear. What else? I guess they kind of gave an explanation for the cat. It's like, yeah, you know, what's the cat? Well, the cat is basically a part of the primal, I guess.
I mean, I was kind of right that it's related, but I didn't like the way.
No, I didn't like it. It doesn't make any sense. Basically, it's a part of the primal, which means it's pure ether. It's
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense
Which
for
means
the.
it's still evil, right?
Well, yeah, it
As
is
in,
part
like,
of
it's
Alexander.
Still sucking the ether.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't make any sense that a primal could basically take a part of itself and create a different entity and send that out there. Like, yeah, it's weird. And that cat was both in the pocket of time and space with them, and also apparently could leave it whenever it wanted to.
Yeah.
It's weird.
This was the thing that it could leave it as the
Yeah.
only creature.
Fudge.
There's so much gear.
I still think it would have been more clever if they had deceived Quick Thinks by writing more stuff in that book that he didn't know wasn't
Yeah.
real. Like, that would have been more clever, I think.
That would be interesting. Because he was so sure that everything that's in the book is true, right?
Yeah, exactly. It would have been really cool if they had tricked him that way. Whether it was the cat writing it or whether it was Dayun, is that his name? Dayun? Diane, him writing it, or whoever the fuck, whoever, it doesn't matter who, but if someone like would have written that would have been really cool. That would have been cool.
Okay, I think I have enough space for the astronomers.
You need four spots.
Hope.
What else? It's interesting. I think I like the idea of a supercomputer coming to the conclusion that it had to destroy itself. I like that. That's nice. I think maybe they could have done a little bit more with that, but I like the concept. What I didn't like about it is that they literally gave us a book of text at the very end to explain all of that, when they could have done a better job at hinting at it or showing that in the game itself, and in the cutscenes and stuff like that, you know.
I feel like that's a general thing in Heaven's Sword, like in past Heaven's Sword a lot, where like we get a lot of like, you know, big expositions where it's just like a huge part of like, here's all the information you may want.
Yeah, we've been getting huge exposition dumps, which is a lazy way to tell a story. It's a nice story nonetheless, but it is lazy. So yeah, it's harder to do all of that without the exposition dumps. I understand that it is harder to do, but it would have been nicer if it was like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Especially because, like, one thing is exposition dumps, but also we got an exposition dump from a place where our character could not see.
Yeah, true. That's the thing.
It's even worse.
Yeah, like one thing is getting exposition dumps by reading the fucking book all the time, which was bothering me. But like, fine, whatever. You know, it's a journal. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. I feel like the journal was more like, you know, so you remember, even if you.
Yeah, it was like summaries basically. It was like summaries of everything that's happening, just to put it all together for you. But yeah, for the stuff that happened where we weren't even present, like, yeah. I
generally don't like that because that is something that happens a lot. Where there's a lot of scenes where we're not present, but we still see them, like the stuff with the Gallian Empire and like a bunch of others.
Mm-hmm. It takes you out of it a little bit. I think I don't. Yeah. I think I don't mind the stuff with the Gallian Empire. If they did more with it, if you remember, like,
I mean, I would say it would make sense for us to see this kind of thing if there was someone who could have related to us the events. Yeah. But if there was no way for us to know these things, then I don't know.
Yeah. Which
like
they can.
Literally, there was no one there that could have told us this information.
The cat.
The cat does not speak,
If it could, it could tell us though, technically.
but it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you have room?
I think so.
Okay, let's go. Fun, hop, hop, hop.
Why are you riding Chocobo inside?
Because we gotta go. Got places to be.
Oh, Ishtola is here.
Bye, Stella.
Did you see? She was just standing there.
I hope
Thought
we
she
get.
was dizzy.
I hope we get more of Roundrux. I think Roundrux is probably the best part of this whole quest line, because it was a character that was like pretty much just introduced in this quest line. And we got a lot with her. We got a lot with her. We like her.
Also, does Slowfix know about this?
Slowfix should know about this.
Because if you remember, the whole story started that she is here because she is like sneaking out and she shouldn't be here actually. Also, I'm not gonna lie, for a moment I thought this guy is like tied up there, like on a torture scene.
It does look like that. It does. Yeah. Right. Go complete the quest. And then we can talk to everyone.
Hey, achievement unlocked.
Oh, you're back? Let's reach Roundrux.
If not for Uplander, Roundrux would still be stuck in the belly of Whirlycock Giant. Uplander has Roundrux's fangs. Roundrux is sad that Mida is gone, but also happy for Mida. Roundrux believes, Roundrux knows, that Mida is in good place. Roundrux must fill Braincase with many knowings about junk and treasures, Whirlycocks and Bittybogs. Roundrux will build great kingdom of treasures. Uplander can come live at a time.
I look forward to it, Roundrux. I look forward to it.
Yes.
Backwards.
What is this?
Is book 3 a new book?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Truth of Quick Things is revealed. Quick Things has a better built own body, is more machine than Gobby. More than this, Quick Things was sneaky hiding own power to read Enigma Codex. Quick Things tries to use Codex to travel back in time, but Alexander refuses, sending Surge Bolt to destroy Codex and Off-Power Quick Things. Without Codex, there are many shivery shakes, and Core runs out of control. Suddenly, come backwards from light screen. Backric's brain case is blown. Soul of Mida's heartmate is inside machine. Just as Mida is believing all along. Full knowings are too much for even Backric's brain case, but Sid tells the Backrix that deep inside Alexander is a powerful device with power to number crunch infinite possibilities and mock make images of time-space. According to Sid, it is not impossible, that in this space could be memories of Uplander's soul, and that even Whirlycock Giant itself could have mind of its own, like a god inside machine. If this is true, then maybe souls of Mida and Diane back meet inside Core, and heartmates are together again in prison of all times. Yes, they are imprisoned for all time. Cut off from all time and space. But prison maybe is not lonely place. Mida is once saying she wanted to walk to the ends of the world with her heartmate. Maybe somewhere deep inside heart of Whirlycock Giant, her wish is true coming. After escaping from Alexander and returning to Shortstop, Backrix is handed Shylian Legend Book, present from Ishtola. Book tells of fairy legend of Hot Go people. blue-haired uplanders who believe they are born from boy and girl who come from Steel Giant in early times. Names of 2 children are Mide and Dayan. After sealing away Alexander's core and seed of destruction, were 2 uplanders sent to past by God-in machine to be reborn as children, growing to be father and mother of new people? If so, one question sticks in Backrix's brain case. Alexander is born from ideals recorded in an Enigma Codex, but tribe of people, uplanders who created Enigma Codex, are born from Alexander. How this is possible is not clear to Backrix. Backrix will be raking brain case over this one for a long time. It is a paradox.
Same, Backrix, same.
True, I didn't even think of that. That's frustrating. That Alexander only exists because because of the codex that was created for people to worship him, but the codex was created from Alexander himself going back in time and sending out Diane and Mida.
So they knew they had to create the codex because they have seen it before. But why did they see it before? The loop.
Yeah. Shaking my head. Well, that's it. That's the end of this quest line.
I'm getting solid Loki vibes. But
This stream, no, Loki makes more sense than this. Oh, sorry. This
no, it does.
Sorry. This does make sense. It's just I don't think it's good writing.
No, I don't mean sorry, but I mean Loki vibes in the sense that like, oh yeah, like you all have a purpose and you just complete the purpose in an endless cycle.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this stream was 7 hours, but it was even like 1 or 2 hours from the previous stream that we started this to begin with. So it took a long time.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we decided to do it in one batch for some reason.
Well, like I don't. Even though it took a long time, I don't know if it was worth all that time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The Sky Pirates thing was better and it was shorter.
Yeah. Checking my head.
I mean, it's cool that we learned something about the local people here, but I don't know.
Is it cool that we know? Is it cool that we know that they're all incestuous? Is that cool?
No. I mean local people.
Okay.
The Auras are not local. I mean the goblins.
All raid series are that length, but I'm pretty sure that we did the Coils of Bahamut in a shorter. The Coils of Bahamut was shorter.
I don't know if it was short because we did it in parts too.
Yeah, but there wasn't as much in between the raids.
Yeah,
themselves.
there was not much in between at all, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It was from one to another.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's why this one took longer, because there were quests in between the raids themselves with a lot of text and a lot of dialogue. Whereas Bahamut there was some dialogue outside of the raids, but it was shorter in comparison.
Yeah. Because everything was secretive, so like we didn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah. Exactly. Bahamut was 13 instances and you had to do that unsynced. Yeah. But again, there was less quest text than dialogue in Bahamut. Was the difference. This had a lot of text. This had a lot yeah. A lot more flavor text and overall story to be fleshed out.
Yeah, but then the story doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. That's the problem with it. It took longer to explain itself, but the payoff wasn't as good.
Yeah.
Alexander is definitely the longest IRC. Yeah. It's definitely possible that they learn from this as well for future expansions, and they're like, you know what? Maybe we don't want to do it as long as this. Stormblood series, I don't remember being as text heavy. Okay.
Like, I'm fine with text. Don't get me wrong, but like, the
payoff has to be worth it.
Yeah, the payoff has to be worth it. And as we said, there were a lot of instances where it's just literally just information dump, and there's like no thought behind it.
Gee. Well, yeah. Yeah. There we go. I'm trying to think how it affected the characters that we already know. I think this would have benefited from us seeing more of Ishtola and Matoya interacting.
Yeah. In general, more of Ishtola, because she seemed to have an important role there, but like it was always off screen.
Yeah, that was weird. It was weird that she was a part of this, but so much was happening off screen with her. So why include her at all? I do think that it was important to include her just because of like her connection with Aetheryte. If that's the case, then they should have done more with her. And yeah, more with Matoya. We didn't even see Matoya. They kept talking about her, but we never even saw her in this quest line. Like, what the hell? That was weird.
Like we don't know what they did. Like literally Sid had to come and tell us, oh yeah, she made me put all these devices, and then they tried to do something.
Yeah, I think Sid was only here just to explain that stuff basically every single time. Every time it was just like, oh yeah, she's doing this, she's doing this. I do think we got to spend a lot of time with Biggs and Wiggs, and I think that was nice. But I don't think any of them grew as characters from this. We saw Wiggs be a little bit more brave, but like it also didn't feel like he was struggling to be brave, and then he just was. He just did a little bit. Yeah. It would have been nice if they emphasized that growth a little bit more. Like portraying Wiggs as someone who's a little bit more cowardly, maybe. But then like introducing a young goblin, him having like to take that responsibility on and mature because of that, because suddenly there's someone who is like a little bit more like fragile than him.
I mean, we kind of already had that with Tatar, though. Where, like, when Tatar was in danger, he started fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have done it again. or done more with that.
They kind of tried when he's like, oh yeah, I don't know what I would do if something happened to her.
Yeah, but I think they could have emphasized that a little bit more. Biggs. Yeah, I think more for Biggs it was less character growth and more just us finding out more about him. I think this is the most time we've ever spent with Biggs, to be honest.
Probably.
And we got a lot from him, like, yeah, which I liked. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, Biggs seemed to be actually competent at this whole thing.
Yeah, he was more active than he has ever been before this. I guess same with Wiggs as well.
Yeah, but also like Biggs had a plan always, and like, he knew what to do.
I think I would have liked this more if Sid wasn't involved. Period. I think it would have been.
I don't think he was needed there.
Yeah, well, I think it would have made Biggs and Wiggs like stronger. Period. If they didn't have to continue to rely on Sid to come around. Like there were multiple times where they were like, you know what? Let's call up Sid. He'll figure it out. You know, it was like that like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing where like you phone a friend to solve the problem for you, and they did that a couple of times. Despite the fact that Sid wasn't really as involved as everyone else, he would just show up just to fix things. or just to
Yeah,
just
they were
to,
always like
yeah.
relying on it. Like, yeah, like let's wait for boss. Like he will figure something
Yeah.
out. Like
It would have been
they were too
nice.
afraid to make their own decisions.
Yeah, it would have been much nicer if this was much more, because this was very focused on Biggs and Wigs. It would have been better if they were more independent as a result, and this was more of a story focusing on them, and maybe Sid had other things to do. Maybe Sid had to go and be a part of the main story quest line, right? The MSQ, you know. Maybe he's busy with other stuff.
I mean,
And
to be fair, they could still ask Sid for help, like when they needed the airship and stuff.
Yeah. Like they can still involve him in that way, but don't keep calling him for answers. You know, I think that would have been better. Because that would have been proper growth for them as characters, to be like, damn, look at them. You know, they're coming into their own and they can take more responsibilities and all this stuff. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
So about the giant disappearing, I guess it's just gonna stay there until suddenly disappears into the past.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like gameplay wise, it makes sense that it has to stay there so that people can still interact with the entrances. But yeah, story wise, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because it should be gone. It should be gone back in time, right?
No, because we don't know at what point they moved back, right? Maybe they moved back in 3 years.
But for them, like, time doesn't move the same way anyway. Like, it's different.
And they were reborn as children, remember?
Apparently, yeah. I don't know about that part. I don't know if that's true. But, yeah. Shaking my head. Alright, well, with that, Kerr, I think we're done. I think we're done for today. I'm very tired.
I mean, this was our longest stream, 7 hours.
Yeah.
7 hours.
I didn't think it'd be this long. I didn't think it would take this long. Sorry.
It's okay. Next time we have MSQ, right? Or side quests.
True. We do.
But we did the whole Alexander thing, so that is now done.
Yeah, we did. The raids themselves, some of the bosses were better than others. Some of them were really boring. Some of them were just tank and spank, literally. But the others were interesting. There were some that were interesting.
Yeah. Also, music was interesting.
Yeah, music, being able to run around the steam steel innards.
I said I want like in the like make it a saucer game, a golden saucer game where you just slide on all these, like railings.
Sliding
just
around
that.
was fun. Sliding around was fun. Getting sucked into the pipes was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, I just wanted that, all the sliding on the railings. I, like make it a mini game. It sounds fun.
Yeah. All right, go. Get down here.
Come up here. Come up here. Unless you have a better place.
Nice.
I wanted the Alexander in the background.
With that, we are now done. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We may have another Final Fantasy stream tomorrow, correct? Are we gonna have another one tomorrow?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, you have to sleep first, right?
I do have to sleep first. I'm gonna go have ramen and then sleep. Actually, that's my plan. But yeah. You know, if you want the continuation to the main story quest or the start, because we actually haven't started the main story quest line post Heaven's Word. We're either gonna start that tomorrow or we're gonna do a bunch of side quests. We'll see what we want to do, Kerr, because there's a lot of side quests. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the best idea to do them. They do have some, like, story, and they do, like, provide information. So we're going to do it eventually, but I don't know if doing it all right now is the best idea.
But what about our tradition of clearing the map?
But we didn't even clear the map in A Realm Reborn. There's still quests in like outer Lenosia that we haven't done.
Yeah, because you didn't want to do them. Because you said, oh, we'll save it for other classes, and then we just never did them.
Yeah, we'll save it for other classes, okay? Oh my god, it's just we don't have time to do it all. There's just so much shit to do, Karen. So much shit to do. Oh my god.
Fine.
And I kind of want to just do the MSQ to like unlock a new raid, okay? That's kind of what I want to do.
I guess we can progress until like the beginning of Stormblood and then do the side quests.
Yeah, we'll do that. You know, actually, you know what I wanted to do to progress everything up until Stormblood, and then go back to and finish everything in A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, sure.
And then Heaven's War.
Just complete it before the next expansion. Right?
Yeah, we'll get all done. With that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Courage, do you have anything you want to say before I head up?
Make sure to join our Discord if you want to know what we are doing off stream, because we have been leveling our other classes, and you can join us in doing it as well.
You can join us. I'm gonna go get some ramen. I'm gonna go get some food and then go to bed. I'm probably gonna stream some ladder tomorrow as well before we play Final Fantasy. Maybe not too much ladder, but some ladder. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
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 Bye.